Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of March 14th. Now Virgo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Virgo, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this blue themed tarot reading. If you watch my videos regularly, you'll notice that there is a bit of a blue hue to this reading, and that is because I am traveling. But have no fear, the messages will be the same. I am right by the ocean, so there is kind of a blue tint or a blue hue to everything. But let me go ahead and make sure everything's in view here, and then we'll get right into it. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. And we'll go ahead and put this right here. Perfect. All right, so Virgo, I feel like right now, many of you are working past a situation that hurt you emotionally or hurt your heart space in some way, hurt your heart chakra in some ways here. And there could have been a deception involved with this situation for you, or there could have just been something that you felt like intuitively you felt was wrong between you and another person. This doesn't have to be romantic. It could be about anything. It could certainly be work related as well, because we do have this Page of Wands here. But this could be also around love. It really depends on what situation you find yourself in. This could also be a family situation. But right now in your current situation, you do have this moon card, and the moon represents potentially fears. Okay, it could be subconscious fears. You can see all of the water symbolism here. Water is associated with our subconscious, with our dreams, with our emotions. This is also a major card of intuition and really trusting the voice of the soul, trusting the voice of the stars, and kind of reaching up and looking for that message there. But you know, the moon can also say that potentially something is not as it appears. It says that there could be something that is hidden, or there could even be a deception somewhere. And the thing is that this is typically a temporary situation. As you think about the phase of the moon is a temporary situation, the phase of the moon goes quickly, right? And so it is typically something that sort of you can work through pretty quickly. But yeah, it's interesting. Another thing I noticed here is 3 of the 5 cards are major arcana, with the moon, the strength, and the major and the magician. And so I do feel like you're dealing with a big theme here in this week, and I think it's relating to emotions, you know, the heart space, water, all of those sorts of things. Now, in the past, you have the Page of Wands and the 3 of Swords. So if you want to put this together literally, it could mean that you are, you know, dealing with the ending of a situation between you and a fire sign. As you see this Page of Wands, they don't, you know, if they're not like a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries sun, they could have fire in another part of their chart, or they could just have fire energy about them. And so just keep that in mind. But, you know, with this Page of Wands here, you know, this, for some of you here, you're dealing with the ending of something that happened very quickly. It's almost like some of you maybe were involved in a quick fling or a fling type of situation here. This is not for everybody, but if you're here for love, I do feel like maybe that happened and that came and went very quickly. Now, for others of you, what happened here is you were hoping for some type of good news in your life. The Page of Wands can represent good news coming in, can represent a job offer or a good job situation, but there may have been like a hang up or something like that that happened here, because the 3 of Swords is anything that breaks your heart or is heartbreaking. And you know, some of you may have, that may not have happened. The other thing that I'm getting here, this sort of other storyline that I'm getting here, is it could mean that some of you have left a job to take a new job, okay? Because the 3 of Swords can represent you separating from something, i.e. you leaving a job, and the Page of Wands could offer you, could represent you taking an offer. And I feel like this has really been something that has sort of taxed you emotionally in making this decision for yourself. And so I am wondering if some of you are maybe going through that at this time. It really depends. I'll be interested to see how we clarify here. But in the future position, you have the Strength card and the Magician. So the Strength card is, so we have two major arcanas here. So the future is looking bright for you, Virgo. Whatever it is that you're dealing with here with this Page of Wands, Three of Swords, Moon will come through, it will come and go for you. The Strength card says that you should have willpower and you should stick to what you know. The Strength card also is a card of overcoming internal obstacles. The most important part is that this is something that is weighing on you internally, which we can also see that the moon is, of course, representing the subconscious, representing the intuitive messages, the internal messages here. And the Magician is somebody who is a master of manifesting, okay? The Magician can, they have all of the tools that they need here. As you can see, all of the tools in the palm of their hand, and they can create whatever it is that they want using these tools that they already possess, that they inherently possess. And so for you, it's recognizing that you have the strength here with the Strength card, you have the willpower with the Strength card, and you have the tools, the skills, and the talents and the abilities necessary to make something for yourself here with the Magician. But it's just a matter of doing it, right? It's just a matter of doing it with these two cards. And I feel like, whatever's been holding you back here, whatever deception you may have been working through, you will easily work through this. So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid. So you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Empress, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and Queen of Cups. All right, so I definitely like to see that. So you have probably the two most abundant cards in the tarot right next to each other, okay? Which is definitely something that everybody likes to see, with the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles right here in the middle, clarifying the middle situation. So I'm curious about what's going on there. In the past here, clarifying the Page of Wands and the Three of Swords, remember I said I'd be interested to see what happened. This is you being in your mind, okay? You being in your thoughts, in your emotions here. With this Eight of Swords being in your anxiety. Each one of these swords represents some sort of thought that you have, and it's, as you can see, this person's surrounded by them. They have created a sort of prison for themselves, around their thoughts. And so it says that you are able to get yourself out, because really all this person needs to do is take the blindfold off. They're able to get themselves out, but they can't see the way through. They can't see the way through at this time. And so for some of you, there's been this situation with a person here that really did not, it's almost like there's been, I feel like some of you had maybe a dream about what, a situation may be with this person, and it just didn't happen. And I also feel like maybe some of you have been anxious around, some of you may have been anxious around a situation with this person, or even with a job situation here as well. It really depends on what you find yourself in. But the whole theme of this reading is that is now in the past. Okay, this situation is in the past. You have the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles, right? So this Empress card is Venus energy. As you can see here, the Venus symbol that they are holding. And this Venus is the planet of luxury, of beauty and love. But it's also, and desirability, but it's also about luxury and wealth and the finer things in life. And so Venus energy here is very welcome for you as you have this heart situation going on here with the Three of Swords, but also because you are more resourceful than maybe you are recognizing at this time. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm feeling here, because you have this situation with the moon where you may be in fear mode here with the moon and the Eight of Swords. And fear is a construct of our minds, right? It's very hard, but it's important to cut through the energy of fear, because it's really not helping us. So with this energy here going on, you have this idea where there are a lot of resources available with the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like basically the chest at the end of the suit that you get, right? It's the reward for going through the entire the entire suit of Pentacles. And it can be around building a legacy. It can be around an inheritance. It can just be around abundance generally. So you have these two major messages of abundance here, but you also have this fear situation. Now you have this Queen of Cups in the future as well. The Queen of Cups talks about it's another major message of intuition. So really trusting your gut here. Let's move up the pyramid. So you have the Two of Wands, you have the Hanging Man, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so the Two of Wands represents somebody who's at a crossroads. I do feel like, there's been a situation here, as I've talked about. I think for some of you, it's with a person. For others of you, it's with a job situation. And it's really pushed you to sort of research the next phase, research the next step in your evolution, if you will, and asking you to sort of decide which path you want to go down. And for some of you, it was staying in a job, and for others of you, it was taking a new job. For some of you, it was realizing that it's not going to work out with this person, and also recognizing that there's this other path opening up here that may lead to you meeting a new person, type of deal. And so it really depends on what you're going through, but there's been a situation here that has really asked you to look at where you're going next. With the Two of Wands, the Hanging Man says, let go. It's time to cut the cable. It's time to start free falling. And it's time to embrace the unknown. The Hanging Man is afraid of embracing the unknown. And, that does make sense here with the moon energy as well, lining up with the Hanging Man. And so, sorry about that, Virgo, the video cut out. But so, you have this, we talked about here, this fear of letting go. And you have these resources available here with the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles, and now the Nine of Pentacles showing up. And I feel like there's this situation that is bringing you more abundance than you may see right now, okay, that you may see right now. And it's almost like you'll never know if you don't try type of energy, right? And this Nine of Pentacles is about financial independence. As you see, this person here has this growth vehicle, the bush, which represents passive income. At least for me, that's the way I look at it. Passive income, in that these pentacles presumably continue to grow and continue to produce for this person on the Nine of Pentacles card. And so it's like you have this ability here to really make something and to really bring some level of abundance into your life, but it's all about letting go and embracing the fear that may be present. Let's move up the pyramid here. You have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So that's interesting because you have these cards which come one after the other, the 8 and the 9. And so when that happens for me in a reading, that talks about, I always like to say that means situations are progressing. So it's almost like for some of you, you've been in the dark here about this opportunity with the Page of Wands in the past because you haven't been able to see with this blindfold on the Eight of Swords. You've been there's something here that's been, hurting your heart space in some way with the Three of Swords. But in the future, you have this Eight of Wands, which, talks about some sort of quick moving event that brings about good news. It's, communications coming in from a distance, getting clear, getting good answers on something here in your life, and really good situations happening when you get the Eight of Wands. It talks about like accelerated motion and the feeling of being unstuck. And so very nice energy. You do have this this Nine of Wands in the past rather. And again, this talks about you letting go of resistance. This person is resisting. They're holding on to the wand. The Hanging Man is also a card of resistance. And so it's ensuring that you work through these issues around resistance. And at the top of the pyramid, I love that for you. That could not be more perfect to get the Fool at the top of the pyramid, because the Fool is all about going in a new direction, taking a leap of faith to a new place, and trying something new with their life. The Fool is the most powerful card for me in the tarot because it represents the start of the Fool's journey through the major arcana. It is the first card in the tarot, and it really only comes forward when you're ready, and when you're ready to embrace a new beginning and to start something new in your life. On the bottom of the deck, you have this Three of Pentacles. This could be involving a teammate or a colleague. The Three of Pentacles can represent your team environment or your teammates or your colleagues, anything like that. But the Three of Pentacles can also say that there are rewards and recognition available to you. So this is incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.